Why is that bad news? Once upon a time, Jesus met a man who was rich. The Bible calls him a rich young ruler. The rich young man had a lot of stuff. He wanted to get closer to God. Jesus told him, get rid of your stuff. Love me more than your stuff. Sell your stuff. Come be with me. The man didn't want to get rid of his stuff. He loved his stuff. He wanted more stuff, and he couldn't accept that he had enough stuff as is. He wanted more and more stuff. The Bible says about that man, Luke chapter 18, verse 24 and 25. When Jesus saw that, he became very sorrowful. He said, how hard is it for those who have riches to enter the kingdom of God? It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Let me ask you a question. How hard is it for those who have riches? Who's the Bible talking about? Me. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for me to enter the kingdom of God. I'm a rich man. You're a rich man or rich woman. Stop reading this verse and applying it to people who live on yachts and live on boats and have huge houses bigger than you want. Stop it. You're rich. This applies to you. And what this verse says is that it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. A camel to go through the eye of a needle than for me, a rich person, to go to the kingdom of God. Stop interpreting it in a way that makes you feel good, that makes you stop questioning yourself. Stop it. Camel, needle, easier, me, kingdom. Why? How? Why? What am I supposed to do with that? You know, if you're an alcoholic, the first step to recovering from your alcoholism and fixing it is what? Admitting it. Realizing you have a problem. Realizing that there's something in your life which is inhibiting you and slowing you down, and if you don't fix it, will destroy your life. Riches is the exact same thing. And the devil would love for you not to realize that you are rich. Being rich is a gift from God. But if you don't realize the inherent dangers of being rich, you're going to have a tough time getting into the kingdom of God. How tough? Camel, needle tough. If the devil can convince you that you're not rich, and that the verses that in the Bible that speak about riches don't apply to you, watch out. Camel's got a better shot at making through that needle. My money's on the camel jumping through the needle than on you getting in the kingdom of God. If you want to be good at being rich, you must first admit that you are rich. And you must admit that being rich has inherent dangers. If you want to be good at being rich, you must first admit that you are rich. Being rich is dangerous. Why is being rich dangerous? 3 problems with being rich. I'll run through them kind of quickly. Number 1, when you're rich, like me and you, it is harder for you to depend on God. Fact of life. You, because you're rich, you have never, ever had to pray, Jesus, today give me my daily bread. You have never had to pray that. Because you got enough bread for today, tomorrow, and the rest of the week. And if you needed more bread, the local Costco wasn't very far away. You could pick up some more bread. You never prayed, Jesus, today give me my daily bread. You got so much bread that you got hooked up for the rest of the month bread. You can feed the rest of the neighbors bread. And you got enough to spare in case you get hungry for a midnight snack kind of bread. 401ks, college saving plans, life insurance, all the kinds of stuff, car insurance, health, all the stuff that we have so that we never have to worry about tomorrow. We never have to trust in God for tomorrow. We got today, tomorrow, and the next day taken care of. And some of us are so good at planning, we got our kids tomorrow taken care of as well. It's hard for us to depend on God when you're rich. Number two, because you're rich, you get easily distracted from the true priorities in life. Like I said in the beginning, because you're rich, you can fill your schedule with rich people activities and rich people events and rich people trips, so that, like, for example, I'll give an easy example. You could miss church for a month or 2 months and not even notice it, because you went from one rich person holiday trip to a rich person bachelor party in Vegas to a rich person had to stay home for the lawn guy was coming on this day, or to the next Sunday my air conditioning wasn't where it needed to be, so the AC guy needed to come. You can fill up your life with rich people events. You can fill up every Friday night with rich people stuff. The rest of the world would laugh about the luxury of being able to go throw $20 away, $30 away on a night of just hanging out. This is why I always say, the best thing that ever happened to me in life, and I thank God to this day, the reason I am who I am, God helped me and He arranged it for me to go on a mission trip to Africa after I graduated college, before I ever saw the riches, before I started getting paid. Everyone needs to go to Africa at some point, or to the slums of Egypt, or to everyone needs to go see the real world at some point in time in their life. Because this is make-believe that we live in. This is make-believe. Less than 5% of the people in this world live in this. The rest of the world lives a whole nother life that we're not even aware even exists.